You are not rich yet, but something is different. You said no to the dinner, not because you could not afford it, because you decided the $80 was worth more somewhere else. Your friend paid without thinking. You went home and transferred $200 into an account nobody knows exists. That is where it starts. Not with the million. With the first no that felt like something to explain. You stop going out as much. Your friends think you are busy. You are not busy. You are building. You do not explain the difference, because explaining it would require admitting how serious you are. And serious feels vulnerable before the results arrive. You get a raise. You do not upgrade anything. Same apartment, same car, same shoes. Your friend gets the same raise and buys new furniture. You go to his place and sit on the new couch and feel something you cannot name yet. It is not jealousy. It is the recognition that you are both playing games, just different ones. You smile at the couch, you go home, you invest the raise. The first year, nothing visible changes. The second year, nothing visible changes. The third year, the account has a number in it you do not say out loud. Not because you are ashamed, because money changes the way people see you before you have said a word. And you are not ready for that look. Not yet. You go to dinner with the same people you have always gone to dinner with. The bill comes, you split it the way you always have, except now you could pay all of it and not feel it. The first request does not arrive as a request. It arrives as a conversation, a business idea. Your friend has been talking about this business for 2 years. This version needs $15,000. He is not asking. He is describing. But the way he is describing it, the pauses, the eye contact, he is asking. You ask questions about the business, real questions. He does not have the answers. You already knew that. You ask anyway because the questions are a way of saying no without saying no. You tell him it needs more development. He nods. He is quieter for the rest of the night. 3 weeks later, he texts less. You do not call it what it is. But that is where the first distance begins. Not with a fight, with a no that wore the costume of feedback. The money keeps growing. You do not change your life in ways anyone can see. But compound interest is doing something underground that has no visible expression yet. The landscape above it is starting to shift. Your friends feel it before they can name it. You can see it in small things. The way someone glances at you when the bill comes. The way a joke lands slightly differently now. The way someone says, must be doing all right, and laughs in a way that is not entirely a laugh. You laugh along, but you file it. You are always filing now. The birthday dinner. Big group, nice restaurant. You suggested it because you wanted to treat everyone. You have never been the person who treats everyone. The meal is good. The conversation is easy. The bill comes. $640 for 8 people. The table does math out loud. $80 each. Your friend looks at you, not obviously, just a glance. But that glance says something. It says you can handle more than that. Not in words, in the angle. In the half second before he looks back at his own wallet. You pay your share. $80. You leave a larger tip. Drive home and sit in the car. The number is real now, not just a balance, a weight. And the weight is starting to be felt by everyone around you, even though nobody knows the exact amount. The jokes start, not cruel. The kind that carry something under them. Must be nice. Look at you with the good coffee. Oh, investing again. Each one small enough to dismiss. Too frequent to ignore. You are at your friend's apartment one evening. He says something about rich people. He looks at you when he says it, not for long, just long enough. You laugh, you go home, you sit in the car and understand something you have been not understanding for months. He is not making jokes. He is negotiating. He does not have language for what happened between you. He does not know how to process that 2 people who split gas money in college are now in different financial realities. So he makes jokes. Because jokes give distance without requiring you to name the distance. You understand this. Understanding something and being okay with it are different things. The family dinner is its own version of the same thing. Your cousin asks what you are doing with your money. You say investing. He says in what? You say index funds. He says that is boring. You say yeah. He tells you about a crypto opportunity. You listen. You ask nothing. You change the subject. That night you lie in the bed you slept in growing up. Same ceiling. different person underneath it. The gap between the ceiling and who you are now is the loneliest gap you have ever lived in, because nobody in this house knows the number. And the number is the only language that fully describes what has happened. And you cannot say it here. The dinner where everything is said without being said. Sunday night. 3 of you. Somewhere nicer than you used to go. You suggested it. You wanted to pay. You have been wanting to pay for a long time. Halfway through the meal. Must be doing well these days. Not a question, a statement shaped like one. You say, yeah, things are good. Must be nice. You say it is. I would not know. The table goes quiet in the specific way tables go quiet when something true has been said out loud. You pay the bill. All of it. Not to prove anything, because you can and you wanted to and it felt like the right thing to do. But on the drive home, the car is quiet in a different way. The silence of something that cannot be unsaid. I would not know. You think about that sentence for weeks. What it means, what it costs, what it says about what he sees now when he looks at you. He does not see you. He sees the distance between where you are and where he is. And that distance has a feeling. And the feeling has a name. But neither of you will say the name. The friendship does not end. It shifts. Texts less frequent, dinners further apart. When you do see each other, the ease is missing, that ease of two people who have known each other long enough to not have to perform. It is still there in flashes, in the old references, in the years that felt endless while they were happening, but underneath. Something cooler. Something that keeps its distance. You try once. You sit down properly. You ask how things are really going. He tells you. Job is fine. Money is tight. Thinking about asking for a raise, but the timing feels wrong. You listen. You do not offer solutions. You learned that unsolicited financial advice from the friend who is quietly doing better is not a gift. It is a reminder. So you say, yeah, you order another round. You talk about something else. And that night you sit in the car. You are in the car a lot now. The car is the only place where you are not performing. Not performing success. Not performing humility. Not performing the version of yourself that fits comfortably into whatever room you are in. In the car, you are just a number and a person, and the question of what any of it means when the people who knew you before can no longer fully see you. The number crosses 1,000,000. You are in a meeting. Your phone is face down on the table. It vibrates once. You know what it is before you check. You check after the meeting. You sit in the car. You thought you would feel something larger. You feel something precise. Not happiness, not pride, clarity. You call no one. You sit with it. 7 figures alone in a parking lot on a Wednesday. This is what the first rule of money and friendship actually is. The money does not change your friends. It reveals them. Every friendship has a load-bearing capacity, a weight it can carry before something structural gives. Most friendships are built for the weight of similarity, same struggle, same math, same Friday that matters the same way. The million is not a betrayal. It is just more weight than some structures were built to hold. You find new rooms eventually, not better people. Different context. Rooms where the number is understood without being said, where the conversation is about what comes next instead of explaining where you already are. Those rooms are colder at first. They do not have the warmth of the dorm. The gas station food at midnight. The math that everyone was doing together because nobody had an alternative. You still have dinner with your old friends. Less often. But it happens. And when it does, the ease comes back in pieces. Enough to remember what was real, because what was real was real. The years were real. The gas station was real. The math at midnight was real. The distance is also real. Both things are true at the same time. And learning to hold both without choosing one over the other. That is the most expensive thing the first million bought you. Not in money. In the specific cost of becoming someone that the people who knew you before can no longer fully reach. You pay that cost every time you sit in the car. Every time the table goes quiet. Every time a joke lands with more weight than a joke should carry. Every time someone says, must be nice, and you say it is, and neither of you says what you both mean, you pay it. And you stay. Because what you are building is worth more than what the cost takes. The account grows, the distance grows with it. That is not a warning. That is just the math. And you already know how to do the math. You have been doing it since before anyone noticed.